So beside me here, I have a 2026 GMC Hummer EV 3X in void black. We're going to do a walk around and a review on it. Let me know what you guys think. In front of me here, I've got the 2026 GMC Hummer EV 3X SUV in void black. Honestly, this SUV is massive. It's got 3 windshield wipers here at the front, which is just to showcase how wide it truly is. Let's talk about some specs here. 850 horsepower with 11,500 pound-feet of torque with a tri-motor system. You can do about 502 kilometers of range, which is about 310 miles, 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds with a curb weight of 9,000 pounds, which is insane for a vehicle this big. And it is beautiful, I do have to say, but let's take a look here at the front. You've got this massive LED strip here, and as you can see, it showcases the Hummer name. You've got your fog lights on each side. You've got recovery hooks down below. We've got the GMC logo there on the driver's side. You've got some brushed aluminum there at the front, and then as you can see, you've got a skid plate there as well. The bumper here tapers a little bit inside, which helps when you are off-roading so you don't hit anything. You've got parking sensors as well, and you've got this massive hood here, which we'll take a look underneath because it does have a front trunk. But let me know what you guys think about the Hummer. We'll take a closer look here at this massive LED strip here. And I bet you looking at it at night looks a lot better than the day. You can also see that it showcases the EV logo there on the R of the Hummer. And also you do get a camera at the front here, over here, that encompasses your full 360 camera, as this one does have it. But that's really it at the front here. Let's take a look underneath the hood here and go over how big the Frunk is. So there's a couple ways to open the front trunk here. You can either use the key fob here. As we can see, there's a little button there where my thumb is. We click that twice and it will open here at the front. Very slow, but it will open. And you get a decent amount of room. I'm going to zoom out here. So as you can see, we've got some mats here and then your front plate bracket. Overall, I mean, it does give you some space. You've got the EV logo there, and then here is a button just in case you get stuck underneath here. You have a way to get out, of course. You obviously need that. Now, there is another way to close it or open it at the front here outside. There is a button underneath here that you click, and once you click it, it will shut. And there's a third way to open it, which is inside on the driver's side. But that is underneath the hood. Hopefully you guys got a good glimpse of what it looks like. But let's take a look around the Hummer and go over its options. All right, so let's take a look around the Hummer EV. We'll start with these massive wheels and tires. So we're sitting on a 22-inch wheel. 305/55 R22 is the tire size, and they are Goodyear tires. It's got 8 bolt locks on here, guys, 8. And it just showcases how much of a big tire you need to actually carry the weight of this vehicle. But overall, I like the wheel design. You can see you've got H's kind of around the wheel too to showcase obviously it being a Hummer. You've got a plastic liner inside. Now this vehicle does sit on air suspension, and you can see the chamber there. And you also got to take a look at these control arms. Look how massive these things are. They're huge. And this here will move up and down about 6 inches, which is pretty incredible if you do want to, take it off-roading. You've got the 3X badge here, blacked out mirror cap here, camera underneath here, which encompasses your full 360 camera. Now here is a side profile view of the Hummer EV. You can see you got the HEV badge over there. Now, since this vehicle can do a crab walk, why don't we simulate that for you so you guys can see what it looks like. You do also get a fixed running board there, as we can see at the bottom. Now this one does only have the Dark Essentials package, which is going to black out the whole exterior. As you can see, there's really no chrome on it other than the 3X, and then also the buttons there to lock and unlock the door, because it does have keyless entry and you can lock it and unlock it. Now this is what the interior looks like. So we're greeted with a 2-tone interior, which I think looks great. You got a rugged interior texture here with it more here at the top with some black stitching, lock and unlock, window control, and then you got the Hummer EV badge there. Then you got a pocket of storage here, some off-road terrain as well. No memory seating here, which I wish they did put for the passenger. Then you got a handle here to help you get out. And then over here is what this seat looks like. So you can see Hummer EV there and more of that beige color, and then that black carry throughout. The seats are very comfortable, I do have to say. You got your seat adjustments here, and then here you really don't have anything. It just looks like these on each side looks like H's. And this is what the dash looks like. So you got Hummer EV here at the top with that beige. And overall, the dash is huge, but the window is very small and almost 90 degrees. Kind of reminds me a little bit more of a G-Wagon. You've got vents here, then you got some storage down below, but essentially this is what it looks like. And then you do have the top here that can come off, which is pretty neat. And then we'll shut the door here, and then we'll take a look at the back. Now, surprisingly, there isn't a lot of room. I was surprised back here to see if you are sitting back here. The seat themselves are very big. As you can see, they kind of carry a little bit more forward. This seat is far back, which I'll show you guys when I get in there. But we'll start here with the door panel. Again, you're going to get that two-tone with some black stitching, all soft touch here, some storage, and then that speaker here with some rugged terrain, a cup holder here, which is actually a good spot to put it. It's got a cover there so it doesn't fall. Window control and your door handle. And this is what the seat looks like. So again, the seats are huge, I gotta say. And then over here is what the top looks like. And then over here inside, you've got your climate control, USB, USB-C, and then you do have a 120 down below, as you can see down there. If I can go down there to show you guys, then you got a pocket of storage there. Again, your vents, USB, USB-C, and then your climate control as well. But I'll show you guys how I would get back here, someone who's about 5'11". All right, so hopping inside, you have the running board here that's gonna help you get in, and then you have actually this handle on the door, and this handle as well on your B-pillar to help you get in. Now, I did move the seat forward, and I do have about 7 inches, I would say, 6 to 7 inches of room. The cushion itself at the bottom is pretty big, so that's gonna help with your legs for comfort. You've got dual zone climate, you've got heated seats back here, 2 vents, USB, USB-C, then you do have a 120. I kind of do wish they put screens back here. I think it would add to the, luxurious feel, but it is a very wide vehicle, and that's one thing you'll notice. Just the width of the windshield at the front is huge. You get a decent amount of headroom. I mean, I've got probably like 2.5, 3 inches of headroom here. And again, I'm about 5'11", so if you're over 6 foot, it might be a little tight. There is a little bit of an indent here for the top, but unfortunately, it kind of stops where your head is. So, you may hit it if you are a little bit taller. But overall, it's comfy. I could definitely see myself being back here on a long trip. You've got a decent amount of visibility as well. Like I said, I just do wish there were screens back here. And then getting out, then you got the handle here, and then you have your door handle to help you get out. Let me know what you guys think. So hopefully that gave you guys an idea. Now for headroom, like I was telling you guys, your head usually sits right here. So, it may hit the top of here. There is that indent here, but the seats themselves don't really move. So you may have to be a little cautious with that. And then we'll shut this here. And then here's a look at that back tire and wheel. We've got that massive wheel here again, same dimensions in the back as it is in the front. Now this vehicle does have rear wheel steering. So as you can see here, the wheel will turn either inside or move outside, depending on if you are doing a crab walk or just need better turning. But as you can see, it can move depending on the direction you want to go. You've got that plastic liner there, and then you do have those airbags as well back here with a massive look at that control arm at the back. So that is really it for a side profile view, guys. Let me know what you think. Let's take a look at the back. So in the back here of the Hummer EV, we'll start here in the middle. We can see we've got a full spare wheel back here. We've got your rear camera right there on that pole, HEV on the left, GMC on the right. Now another cool thing that the back of the SUV can do is have this window come down. We've got your recovery hook there with your trail ring plugs as well, and it will show up here how much this vehicle can tow. Now you do also get LED lights, so if we hit the unlock button, you'll see that you've got your LED lights. You also have your parking sensors on the bumper. Now if we take a look underneath, you can see again how massive those control arms really are at the back. Now, there are a couple ways to open the back here. You can either use the key fob by pushing this button over here, or there is a button here on the driver's side that you can push, and once you push it, the back will open. I'm just gonna zoom out here. So you've got the Hummer EV name there on the back tailgate. Now, there is a lot of room, I do have to say, back here. I gotta say the space for height is not as big as I thought, but it is a deep pocket. Now you do get some storage over here, and you've got a 120 back here, which is also nice to note. And then over here are your tools to lift the vehicle up if you need to change the tire. Now you can also put down the seats by just clicking this button here. Both seats on the right and left if you need more room, but this will essentially show you how much room there is. You can also lift this up and you'll get a little bit of more storage, but not much. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of the back here. And then to shut the back tailgate, all you do is click that button again. It'll make a quick chime and then it will shut, but it is fully automatic. One other thing to note back here is on the driver's side in the back is going to be where you're going to charge the Hummer. So it does have 350 kilowatt hour DC fast charge capability. So you're going to get in 10 to 15 minutes, 100 miles of range. From 5% to 80% is going to take about 50 minutes, which is pretty incredible for a truck this big. But that's really it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at those seats behind the driver. Just want to thank Applewood GM here in Mississauga, Ontario. Go see my boy Zach. He'll hook you up with a great deal. All right, so taking a look at the back here on the driver's side, we'll start here with the door panel. Again, you get that two-tone, all soft touch, your door handle, window control, another handle here to grab. You got some storage down below with your speaker as well. You don't have anything here on the door sill. And again, this is what the seat looks like. You can manually push them down just by clicking this here, and then you can push it back up if needed. Now you do get another armrest there with cup holders. Now over here, like I mentioned to you guys, you've got your climate control, heated seats, USB, USB-C, your vents, storage, and then you have your 120 as well. And then here's a look at the top of the Hummer with your handles to help you get it on each side. So that's it for the back. Let's take a look at the front. All right, so taking a look at the front here of the GMC Hummer EV, we'll start with the door panel. We can see we got the Hummer EV name here, the two-tone. We got your door handle here. You do get memory seating on the driver's side, your window and mirror controls, and the mirrors are power folding. You also get your blind spot detection, your door handle here, and then some storage with some of that terrain on the speaker. You get the same door sill look on this side as you do over on the passenger side, automatic seat adjustments, and then again, this is what the seat looks like. So it's, I would say, decently plush. You know, they're probably gonna have to be worked in a little bit, but they are comfy. Now over here on the left side, you've got your parking brake, you've got your front trunk opener, and then you have your back one, your lane keeping assist. You can actually put all the windows down, and this you will be able to push to access all the 120 plugs. Then you have your light dimness here, and this is an automatic telescopic steering wheel, which is nice. And you also get handles on both sides to help you get in. So that is it. Before we hop in, guys, let's take a look inside. So we are inside the GMC Hummer EV SUV 3X. We'll start with the steering wheel. We've got a leather wrap steering wheel here, as we can see. On the left side is going to be your cruise control buttons with your Super Cruise button as well, as we can see here at the top. Now you can see we also got the Hummer EV badge located in the center of the wheel. And over here we got your music setting, voice command, call hang up, call pickup. And then when you hit this over here, you can change your radio favorites. Now behind the steering wheel on each side, you'll have your volume and tuning knobs. And then over here is your manual regen for braking. Now on the left side of the steering wheel behind it, you can see we've got your toggles for your lights and then automatic high beams. And then over here is going to be for your wipers. If we move the wipers here, look at that, 3 wipers to move and then 3 wipers to get washer fluid too, which is insane. Now this is your digital instrument cluster here that's going to show you how far you have for range, and that's also going to show you your Super Cruise as well as how fast you're going, date and time, and how cold it is. So right now it's -5 here in Canada, and it will also show you your crab mode once we click the button, which we'll get into. But again, as you can see, the windshield is, I would say, very small and almost 90 degrees when you're sitting in the front here. You also don't get a heads-up display here. This is actually a light that will beam onto the windshield when your Ford Collision Alert detects an object very close when you are driving. And as you can see, you have speakers on both A-pillars there. Now up top here we have your rear vision camera here, which you could turn on or off. You've got your OnStar as well as your light controls. This is actually for your rear sliding window, so you can push that and actually have your window go down, which is pretty cool. Then over here, there is not much. There is no upper glove box area that some of the GM vehicles have in their trucks, but you do have your lower glove box area as well. Now this here is your display screen, and I gotta say, it works very well. It's responsive, it's intuitive, it's got a lot of controls. So over here, we're in your home featured screen here, and you can scroll through the different settings you want. Now the cool thing is that it actually deflate your tires if needed. So you can deflate the tires here, which is really cool. Then we can go back to the home button. And then over here, you've got your audio controls, your climate as well. I do wish they had climate control buttons down here, but everything is in the screen. Now, as you can see here, it is dual zone climate. And then when you click this, it does have heated and ventilated seats. When you do click climate, then you're able to control basically your climate here. And then if we click home again, you can have like a 3-screen area here, which is pretty cool. And then you can also hit up here to have your maps on the full screen. You can have your phone connected here, and then here are your other controls, your camera. So you got a 360 camera here, your standard, your overhead at the front, your side profile view ones, and then you can click the sides for the back. So a ton of cool options here. Rear automatic braking and energy transfer here, auto park assist, and then you can have this vehicle park itself, which is just right here. And then you have your off-road selection here, which can give you different off-road settings. So your pitch and roll, you can again deflate your tires if needed. It has auxiliary switches, and then you can actually go to your camera angles too. Again, the responsiveness of the screen is pretty quick. Over here you've got your volume, you do have your Google Assistant, your Play Store, your charging as well. A ton of cool options on this screen. Now to turn it off, you can hit the vehicle off button or exit the vehicle and lock it. You can change to one pedal driving to set to normal or high, or you can just have it off in general instead of having it on in like an aggressive mode. Another cool thing is in settings, you can go to vehicle, drive mode customization, and you've got different selections of different modes you can choose. With normal tow haul terrain in your steering, you've got suspension, normal off-road terrain, adrenaline feel, relaxed, normal, and adrenaline, which is pretty crazy. You've got different motor sounds, and then you have a my mode as well. So you can change your settings based off what mode you want to be in. Now down here, we've got your heated steering wheel, traction control, hazards, parking, sensors. And then this here is for your parking if you want the vehicle to park itself. So just like I showed you guys, that auto park assist there. You've got your vents down here, trailer brake controller. There is no push button start. All you do is get in the vehicle, put your foot on the brake, and it will start up. You've got wireless charging here with USB, USB-C. Then you can actually close this to make it look a little bit more cleaner. You've got your center console shifter with your cup holders here. Now over here are your different drive modes. So you can actually raise the suspension here by pushing the button up. You can have the ride height go up or keep it where it is or go down. Now this here is your king crab mode. So you will have rear wheel steering on auto, or you can have your rear wheel steering on off if you want. So the rear wheels will not move. Now if you hold this button here, this will showcase your crab walk mode. So once that is done, you'll see over here that yellow icon, and then your crab mode is enabled, and it will pop the camera up here so you can see the wheels turn. And then you can actually see it also in your mirror as well, which is pretty cool. And then when you want to turn it off, all you do is push the button and it will turn off here. And then again, your rear wheel steering can be on auto or off, so you don't have to have your rear wheels move if you don't want to. And then again, there's your air suspension. Over here in the center console area, we have that, again, that beige colored material here with that rugged texture. We can lift it up here. We get a 12 volt only with some storage underneath. Now I do wish they put a 120 over here, like a 120 plug. I think that would have been useful, but unfortunately you do not get one. Now that is really it, guys, for the inside of the Hummer EV. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go outside, give you guys my final thoughts, and talk price. All right, guys, so let's talk price. 2026 Hummer EV 3X SUV in void black. We're sitting at $149,601 Canadian with only the Dark Essentials package. Let me know what you guys think about the SUV in the comments. Honestly, it is a badass SUV. You know, for the $150,000 price range, it does open up a lot more when it comes to SUVs on the market. But if you're looking for something really cool and different, I would highly recommend this optioned SUV. But that's it for this review, guys. We'll see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.